What happens when an MLB franchise has to declare for bankruptcy only 2 months before the season begins? Relocation's not an option, and somehow with no money at all, you have to rebuild your organization from the ground up. You have to go out and sign a bunch of players that will sell tickets, but no other MLB team wants anything to do with. Welcome to the Rejects MLB The Show 19 Franchise Series. Your Rejects opening day is finally upon us as a full entire MLB team comprised of baseball players that can't make any other MLB roster get their shot of being on an MLB ball club with your Miami Marlins and your Rejects, as today we officially embark on this regular season as Dontrelle Willis gets the nod on opening day against the Colorado Rockies. This episode we're going to play through opening day and get through the month of April, as we'll end off today's episode with a game away from home in Philadelphia to take on Bryce Harper and the division rival Philadelphia Phillies. Now, one thing I did ask you guys last episode was whether or not you wanted face cam in this series, as moving forward we will have face cam in this series, as you guys with the majority vote do want to see face cam. But unfortunately for the past week I've been battling the strep throat and I'm still sick, and when I turn on these lights to record my face cam, it gives me an even worse migraine. So hopefully I'll be feeling better by next episode and we'll be back into full force with the face cam for the first time in this series. And that's another reason why this series took about a week or so to come out. Hopefully, once I get over this, it'll definitely be more than one episode of this series per week. The fans voted and Willie Pina did win the player of last episode, which gives him a +4 to his overall. He is now a 70 overall for opening day. The co-player of the month went to right fielder Tim Tebow, who now is up to a 73 overall. And guys, keep in mind as well, some of these overalls might seem kind of high, some of them might seem kind of low. For Tim Tebow specifically, he's very happy. He's actually only a 71 overall with the overall boost, but since he's so happy, he does get boosted up to a 73. And Hayden Roberts was voted your pitcher of the episode, and with the +4 overall boost, does boost him up to a 62 overall. He was great in spring training, so hopefully he's as good in this regular season. And your co-pitcher of the episode went to Clay Buchholz, who is now a 75 overall. He's also pitching in relief, so hopefully in this regular season he'll pitch as well as he did in spring training. And I believe Clay Buchholz is now your highest overall reject. And to unveil your Rejects opening day lineup with all the votes from last episode for all the positional battles, your opening day lineup for your Rejects is gonna look just like this. Kyler Murray, your starting center fielder, is going to lead off for us. Pablo Sandoval batting second. Ryan Howard's going to be your starting first baseman batting third. Willie Pina, your team MVP from spring training, is going to be your starting left fielder and batting cleanup. Chris Davis is moved over to the third base. He's going to be batting fifth. Tim Tebow is going to be the starter out in right field. Mark Reynolds for now is going to be DH. Johnny Manziel starting in shortstop, and Russell Wilson did win that second baseman job. It looks like we might have some depth problems because we have nobody on the bench that can catch or can play the infield. I mean, maybe like Rocco Baldelli or Jeff Francoeur we could get and play somewhere in the infield, maybe third base or shortstop or second if we needed them to. But maybe that's what you guys need to put into consideration when it comes to next episode's tryout player, as there will be a tryout player for today's episode, but unfortunately he can't play in opening day, and I'll explain why when we do sign him. But that'll come after this game. And when we do sign this particular player, he will play in game 2 of the episode, and he will play the rest of the month, so you guys can actually get a good idea whether or not he does make the team or not. As admittedly, there are a few things I have to learn about MLB The Show 19 franchise mode when it comes to tryout players. There's a couple things I had to rig around to make this work, but I found a way to make it work. But unfortunately, learning experiences, he won't be able to play at opening day. And you might be asking why we're only playing 2 games per episode instead of 1, because in the spring training episode, I played 3 games, but the video was gonna be over an hour long. It was already 40 minutes with 2 games played, so hopefully I can learn how to cut that down into 20 to 30 minute episodes, and maybe later we can turn it into a 3 game per episode series once I get into the groove of things and learn what you guys want to see and what you guys don't want to see. But for now, for starters, so the videos aren't over an hour, there will only be 2 games per episode. As it's time to begin opening day, March 28, 2019, Dontrelle Willis takes the mound, as here is your Miami Marlins opening day lineup. Hopefully some way and somehow this freaking team can find a way to mold their talents together, to mold their hearts together, and lead this team to a not complete catastrophic season. Marlins Park, Miami, Florida, opening day, Rockies, Marlins. As look at it, boys, all the fans in the stands. Thus far, our rebuilding project is successful. As that ultimate goal, man, is getting the fans in the stands, and it looks like opening day is a sellout. Hopefully, it will continue throughout the season, as this team last year wasn't good. It's not going to be much better this year. I mean, who knows? We all know if you have the heart of the reject, anything can happen. As Dontrelle Willis looks to warm up in that bullpen, his return to Miami. This guy, Dontrelle Willis, started his career in Miami and looks to finish it here. As boys, what scenes? What freaking scenes. This team in front of a sellout crowd. Look at them. Breathe it in. Take it in. Your rejects about to embark on what will be, hopefully, an incredible Cinderella season. So 1-2 count. Can he sit this first batter down? Swinging. Good pitch. It's going to be yacked. It's absolutely yacked. William Opeña back. The thick man not only can hit bombs, he's good out there in left field as well. A little bit too close for comfort, but an out is an out. It was effective. 1-2 count to Daniel Murphy. High and inside fastball. Another little pop-up. Russell Wilson, he's going to be right there. Out to, can Dontrelle Willis start off the 2019 season with a perfect top of the first? Charlie Blackmon, a perennial all-star. 1-1 count. This one's be tapped back to Dontrelle Willis, and look at him. Look at the man with the hands. The man with the reflex of a kitten, of a cheetah, of a hyena, of a deer. We get out of this first inning. Dontrelle Willis with the no-hitter through one. Look at it. Take it in. Breathe it in. Get ready for a crazy ride as Kyle Freeland, the Rockies ace, 17-7 last year with a sub-3 ERA. It's going to be tough today. Kyler Murray, the first batter of the 2019 season for your Marlins. Down to the count, 1-2. The pitch, it's low, a little dribble to third base. Calm, collected, Nolan Arenado, out number 1. Mr. Panda Pablo Sandoval with a full count. From Freeman, the pitch, it's going to be, I thought it was going to be low. Panda strikes out looking, as that's the first strikeout of the season. Marlins are playing Ryan Howard to pull the 1-1 count. Going to be a high fastball, and that one is lasered into right field. Is that going to be it? And Ryan Howard, that's going to be a double. It's not a home run, but a double off the wall as Ryan Howard continues his tear from spring training into the regular season. Just a few feet from going out. Hits off the top of the wall. Charlie Blackmon couldn't get there. Here he is, William Opeña. Can he drive in the first run of the season? The 70 overall man. Your spring training MVP, a little dribbler. He's slow. Not going to be able to beat it out, as it was an exciting first inning with that double, but still scoreless through 1. Oh, Lord, Nolan Arenado, a 40 home run type year of player, and that could be home run number 1. William Opeña went full dive mode out there. Went full Spider-Man. As that's going to be the no-hitter gone for Dontrelle Willis. As that was almost a home run for Nolan Arenado. Thank God that stayed in the ballpark. But that was an absolute missile. And William Opeña, he did his greatest Spider-Man impression out there. He couldn't quite get to the ball. Trevor Story coming up to hit, man. This Rocky lineup, they for sure have a sick 3-4-5 punch in the middle of it. An inside fastball. Come on, D-Train. That's going to be strike 3. Got past him. Trevor Story sits down. Out number 1 at the top of the second inning. Behind in the count here. 3-1. That's going to be right down the middle. And that's going to be yacked. Kyler Murray. We need a miracle. Go up. Off the wall. At least it stays in the ballpark. They had to hold up to make sure it didn't get caught. So no runs score. That was almost a 2-run bomb. But somehow that stayed within the ballpark. As it's now a 3-2 count to Ian Desmond. I don't know how they didn't score there. Can we get out of here without giving up a run? He didn't swing. He check swung. As it's now going to be bases loaded. Oh, God, we need a double play. Dontrelle, we need a big pitch here. It's going to be through the hole for a run. It's a single. Your Marlins go down 1-0. If we were a line better defensively, that could have been a double play. But the RBI single, still with the bases loaded. So your Marlins now trail by 1. Nice little piece of hitting there from Chris Iannetta. hitting them where they ain't. Throw them high and inside here. This one is going to send them down swinging. That's strike 3, 2 outs. Let's get out of here, allowing only the minimal damage. 2-2 count. Going to go high and inside again. It's giving the Rockies players trouble. And that's just inside. We cannot give up a walk here. We cannot walk in a run. Another fastball high and inside. It's going to be strike 3. Thank God. Dontrelle Willis ends up somehow striking out the side as we do go down by 1. But man, that could have been so much worse. Somehow, some way, we kept those long balls in the ballpark there. Only gave up 1. Now it's time for a team to come out swinging, get that run back. Chris Davis started off the bottom of the second with a strikeout. Now the 1-1 to Tim Tebow. His first at-bat of the year is going to be a foul ball. 1-2 count. Come on, Tebow, your co-MVP of spring training. It's time for him to hit one of the fans out there in the bleachers. It's going to be, I think that's going to be a pop-out. It's going to be a deep one, but it's going to be a pop-out nonetheless. Out 2. Mark Reynolds with the full count. 3-2. That's going to be laced to third base. Nolan Arenado, for sure, man, over there at third base. Out number 3. Steel trail going into the third. The heart of the Rockies order, Charlie Blackmon with the 3-2 count. I don't think he's going to expect that D-train slider here. We need to paint the black. Strike 3. That actually was hung pretty bad, and that's going to be a double. Tim Tebow couldn't get there. Charlie Blackmon not the fastest in the world, but he's still going to stretch that into 2. I'm just throwing it high and inside again. Nobody can hit the high and inside from Dontrelle. That's hit very far, but thank God that's foul. The slider, it's going to be low. It's going to be caught over there. Ryan Howard tags the base. There's going to be 2 outs for the runner now on third base. And I think they have big old Trevor Story coming up. 2-2 count high and inside like we did the first at-bat. That one's hit. There's going to be a pop-up. Kyler Murray, me for sure there in center field, as that is going to be out number 3. Still a 1-0 ball game. Nice work there from D-Train to get out of there without giving up a run. Johnny Manziel's first career MLB at-bat. Full count. It's going to be a little dribbler here to the third baseman, Nolan Arenado. Out number 1. 1-1 count to Russell Wilson. That's going to be laced into center field. Russell Wilson, who had an absolute terrible spring training, starting off the 2019 regular season with a laser right back up the middle, as there you have it, his first major league hit, hopefully the first of many this season. 1-1 to Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray, little dribbler. Think that is going to be a double play. Kyler Murray, he's fast, but not fast enough to outrun that. So after a leadoff double, it's once again no outs, top of the 4th, 1-2 count to Ian Desmond. Runner on second in scoring position, as hopefully we can somehow get out of this inning once again, allowing a leadoff double, but not allowing a run. It's already 1-0. I don't think we can score that. I think we're already outscored as this man keeps on fouling the goddamn ball off. And this time, Dontrelle Willis is about to have to come out. They're high inside fastball here. Ian Desmond, that's a little pop-up. Think Kyler Murray's going to get there. Test him. I dare you. 73 speed at second. Nobody's going to test Kyler Murray out there. He's got that QB arm. Oh, God. Now, that one's deep, but not deep enough. Hopefully, he'll hold up at second, and he does. So, 2 consecutive flyouts to Kyler Murray. Can we do it? Pat Valaika. A low change up here to the DH. It's going to be too far inside, but he swung like a moron. As that somehow, Dontrelle Willis, man, is out here dealing in his return to the Marlins. It's beautiful. 3-1 to Mr. Pena. Give me something right down the middle I can drive. And we did. I think that's going to stay up. No, not going to get down. That's a single. Leadoff single for the Panda. The 3-1 to Willie Moe with Chris Davis on deck. It's going to be an inside pitch. I'd be scared to throw to Willie Moe as well. So he walks a runner into scoring position. Not a lot of speed on the base pass. At least we got runners. The payoff pitch to Chris Davis. He struck out in his first at-bat of the season. And he's going to hit a little dribbler. That's going to be a goddamn double play. Unless he can outrun this. That 27 speed, somehow we got there. So now runners on the corners. Come on, Timothy. We need you. Runners on the corners. That single right here ties it. The 2-2. Going to be, oh, what a pitch. What a freaking pitch. Tim Tebow strikes out looking. It's Arenado again with the full count. High and inside. It's been my bread and butter today. It's going to be too far inside. Going to walk the man. Now it's Trevor Story. And Dontrelle Willis is getting tired. The 2-1. Going to be a little bit too inside. Now 3-1. The low change up. He's going to swing and miss. The full count. You know what's coming here. The high and inside fastball. Let's sit him down, D-Train. He was way ahead of that. Trevor Story goes down swinging. as the D train has given us 5 innings of 1-run baseball. Now it's time for our Marlins to get some runs, man. Come on now. Johnny Manziel, the liner, back up the middle on the 2-2 count. That's Johnny Manziel's first career professional baseball hit. As there you have it once again, him and Russell Wilson both collecting their first major league hits. Both at the bottom of the lineup, one of the few players that have hits today. As look at him, Mr. Gonzalez getting his baseball. As Johnny Manziel can hang that up with his first career Super Bowl trophy. Pitch count now full, driving that pitch count up. That's going to be right back up the middle. Screw driving his pitch count up. We're trying to take out his skull. Trying to fracture his left occipital bone. But with that, 2 runners on. 3-1 count to Kyler Murray. We're taking this one all the way, trying to make the bases loaded here. That's going to be a nice little change up there. Now the count's full. Huge pitch. This one's going to be a double play, isn't it? It's going to be muffed by the second baseman. Kyler Murray's going to get there. And everything's going our way right now here in Miami. Hampson muffed the easy double play. Maybe he was thinking a little bit too much, knowing that he had speed all on the base pass there, trying to get it out of his glove too fast with Kyler Murray running down that first baseline. And just like that, bases loaded for the Panda Man. A lot of pitches this inning from Kyle Freeland. He has things notched up here with the Panda 2-2 count. This pitch is going to be a little dribbler, as I think Freeland is actually going to get out of it. With the bases loaded, the Panda hits into a double play. So we were given a gift from the Rockies. We can't do anything with it, as we still trail 1-0. Unbelievable. We have a couple arms up in the bullpen. Gonna be another foul ball. That's why, man, D-Train's pitch count so high right now. They fouled so many balls off in today's game. That's part of the game, so hats off to the Rockies, as that's gonna be another foul ball from Dahl. And that kind of rhyme. Just call us Edgar Allan, bro. The universe is aligning here for a out, at least. Russell Wilson with the throw, out number 1. See if D-Train can get through 6. Oh, that's going to be a hit. That's going to do it for the D-Train. William Opena gets in front of it. It's another single. What a performance for us today. Only 1 run through 5 1/3 inning. Only 1 run allowed thus far through 5 1/3 inning. He did have to throw 100 pitches, but not a bad performance at all in his major league return to the Marlins, as in comes Mr. Clay Buchholz, who is your co-pitcher of spring training for your rejects for Miami Marlins, as Don Mattingly takes the ball, and hats off to Dontrell. A pretty good performance from D-Train. See if we can sit this man down swinging, going high and inside again, and what do you know? The Rockies cannot hit high and inside. 3-1 to Garrett Hampson. Give me a circle change. He's found it off. So the payoff here. Try to keep this a 1-run ball game. Gonna be a fastball inside. He's gonna swing another foul ball, man. This is unbelievable. Give him the curveball. Is he gonna expect it on a full count situation? That's laced. But Timothy's gonna be there, unscathed once again, as it's still a 1-run ball game. Somebody's gonna tie this game up, man. I'm tired of no runs. Christopher Davis, we need ya. The 1-1. That pitch is laced into center field, but they played him perfectly, as that is gonna do it, man. We're making solid contact. There's no luck right now. Been a good inning of work thus far from Buchholz. The full count to Arenado. You gotta watch out, man. 1 bad pitch and it could be a 2-run ball game. Inside fastball again, sitting them down. Has been the kryptonite of the Colorado Rockies today. As it's still 1-0, man. I'm telling you, we're gonna strike here sometime soon. Gotta get Freeland out of this game. Bottom of the 7th, 2 out. Still, I've got nothing going. Johnny up, the 1-1 count. That's gonna be a little bit too high, as it's gonna be a shallow pop up. Charlie Blackmon comes down with it. As going into 8, once again, boys, no runs. This has been another incredible inning of work from Clay Buchholz. What a game from him. 2 outs here in the top of the 8th. 1-2 count to Ian Desmond. This is going to be a curveball just a little bit low. Any pitch could double their lead. High and inside again. Clay Buchholz left that one out over the plate, but thank God didn't get all of it. William Opena, he's going to, hopefully be there, Willie. Willie, that was scary. But once again, another great inning of work. Clay Buchholz. As we have the top of the order coming up. Can we somehow find a way to score 1 run, 6 outs to go? Kyler Murray, that's a line drive. That's going to be an extra base hit. I think only our second extra base hit of the ball game. Kyler Murray with 84 speed with 1 out with a double. As now we have a runner in scoring position. That is Kyler Murray's first career major league hit. As guys, a single ties it up. As finally we get this guy out of the game, Freeland. What a performance from the ace of the Colorado Rockies. As hopefully now I've got their bullpen. Hopefully we can do some damage. The 2-1. Gonna be a curveball right down the third base line. Arenado's there. Well hit right to him. 2 outs. Ryan Howard, we need you. We're 0 for 7 this ball game with runners in scoring position. That's not gonna cut it with this team. And if we get runners in scoring position, we gotta be effective. Ryan Howard, that's a dribbler to first base. No! We choked once again, as it's all gonna come down to the 9th inning. As in he comes, Mr. Hayden Roberts. Actually pitching against his former club, the Colorado Rockies. They would never call him up. Got his chance in Miami. Now he's thriving. Hopefully he'll thrive in the regular season. The 1-2. Chris Iannetta. Be a splitter. Foul. What do you know? Go high and inside. Strike 3 looking. Roberts throwing that ball 96 on the dot. His first major league strikeout. Come on, man. We got to keep this a 1-run game going to the bottom of the 9th. It's been hard enough to score thus far. Slider swinging. Can Roberts strike out the side in his major league debut today? He's 1 strike away from doing so. Full count. Be a slider. Gonna be a little dribbler. Then the first baseline stays fair. Ryan Howard with the tag. 3 outs away from being handed our first L of the season. It's not like we haven't had opportunities to score today. Can we be clutch today on opening day? We have Ryan Howard. We have Tim Tebow and Chris Davis upcoming. They bring in their closer, Wade Davis. Not the greatest in the world. Did have 40 saves last year, but I'm liking what I see with that 4.13 ERA. We need 1 run. 1 run. I definitely would take a walk. The last thing I want to do is go down looking. Ball's close. Gotta swing, my man. It'll be a high fastball that's driven into left center field. Is it far enough? And Willie Mo Pena. Oh my God. That I want to throw up. That is un-goddamn believable. Ian Desmond robs us of the game tying home run, and I can't even think correctly. Willie Mo Pena trying to get it done, and I want to cut off my anus. That's not even physically possible. Gotta get my head straight here though. 2-2 count. Chris Davis. I cannot believe that actually just happened. What a goddamn play, Ian Desmond. What a psychopath out there in center field. Who actually does that? The 2-2. That's gonna be outside. I gotta compose myself because I actually cannot believe that just happened. But the payoff pitch to Chris Davis. That's gonna be low. Ball 4. As the tying run is on base. I know we really don't have anybody that can play third base effectively. We'll take on that animal when we have to. The fastest speed for us, Grady Sizemore. Welcome to the ball game, my friend. A gapper, you're scoring. As I would definitely take another walk to put the tying run in scoring position. That's right down the middle, and that's going to be a base hit for Tim Tebow. The same result as a walk would have gave us. But Tim Tebow's first Major League hit, it's our 4th player, I think, with our first Major League hit, as Ryan Howard this time goes out to collect the baseball. As here we are, boys. Mark Reynolds. We need you to be clutch here, buddy. Tim Tebow with the single right back up the middle. Mark Reynolds, that's lasered! Get down! Get down! Go crazy, Miami! Go crazy! Mark Reynolds with the 3-run walk-off home run here on opening day. They've robbed us of joy once today, but you can't rob the rejects twice, as your rejects start off the 2019 season in style. Go crazy, reject faithful. As Miami, we're going up, starting off the season 1-0 off a Mark Reynolds walk-off 3-run bomb, a laser down the left field line. As, oh man, I thought that Willie Mo Pena, what could have been tying home run, was a little bit too much for us to overcome. But what we've learned thus far is you never count your rejects out. As what a start to this regular season. As Mark Reynolds, of course, your player of the game, didn't get many hits today, but none more important. Nothing more important in this first game than his walk-off home run, a laser. As boys, can you believe your eyes? What a start to the season, man. As you have to credit Dontrell Willis, though, man. He had a beautiful first performance back with the Marlins. Hayden Roberts gets the win. Wade Davis gets the loss. As for this episode, we're just getting started, as it's now time to sign today's tryout player and the first ever positional player for your Rejects MLB The Show 19 franchise series. And he's already signed, and he is going to be a right fielder, and this man needs no introduction. Right fielder who's going to DH for us this next month, which is going to be hard because we got to split time between him and Mark Reynolds, because I mean Mark Reynolds just freaking hit a walk-off home run for us. That's a little bit harder than what I anticipated. But our right fielder, our new DH, Josh Hamilton. As Josh Hamilton comes in as a 67 overall, a shade of his former self, but he wants one final chance at the MLB, and he doesn't want his MLB career to go down in history like his ended. I mean, this is a guy that was drafted first overall by the Tampa Bay Devil Rays in the 1999 MLB draft. Drug addiction's really what derailed his career and why he didn't have a full and long Hall of Fame type career. He was traded to the Texas Rangers at the end of the 2007 season. That's really when his MLB career started, and that's when everybody learned who Josh Hamilton actually was. This guy put up incredible numbers in his stint with the Rangers. Actually won the 2010 MVP. He even won the Home Run Derby. And after the 2012 season, locked up a huge contract with the Los Angeles Angels. 5 years, $125 million. But in Los Angeles, man, this guy just struggled. Definitely didn't live up to that $125 million contract. And that definitely started to weigh a toll on him. After a few years of abuse from the LA Angels fans, news came out that Josh Hamilton actually relapsed. And the Angels owner said he didn't want him on the team anymore. Therefore, was once again traded back to the Texas Rangers. And after about 3 injury-filled seasons, has not played professional baseball since 2017. At this point, a lot of fans just look at Josh Hamilton and see him as the guy that couldn't stay clean, and the guy that couldn't live up to that $125 million contract. But here in Miami, he looks to silence those critics and rewrite the end of his career, as he's given his MLB career one more shot, signing a league minimum deal here with the Miami Marlins, looking to get a starting shot, and is going to be with us for a bare minimum of a month. And you guys will vote whether or not he stays on the team going into next month. Josh Hamilton is going to be the DH for the remainder of at least this episode. And what I did decide to do is split some playing time, because Mark Reynolds deserves to play after that performance. Mark Reynolds is going to play versus lefties, and Chris Davis is going to hit versus righties at third base, because Mark Reynolds can play third base. But now the interesting part of this series, how bad is this team going to do in simulation? We're actually not doing awful. We've won a couple games. We're actually losing. We're losing a lot. We lost a lot. We lost a whole. Yeah, this is not good. Not good. So your Miami Marlins, up to this point, are 7-17. As we'll play the third game of this series, as Mark Prior will take the mound. First time we've actually watched him play in a game together this series, and we actually won 2 in a row. So we're 9-17 going into the final game of this episode. Doing lineup wise, Kyler Murray batting under 200. Pablo Sandoval, hey, he's smashing. He's batting 300 thus far. 5 home runs and 8 RBIs. Ryan Howard only 3 knocks, 220 batting average. Willie Pena is ice cold after an incredible spring, only batting 150. Chris Davis also not doing too well, 176, 2 home runs. Tim Tebow, 212. Josh Hamilton's not playing that well, as you would kind of expect that after not playing for about 2 or 3 years. He's down to a 65 overall, and Johnny Manziel and Russell Wilson are both ice cold. Looking at the rotation, looks like nobody's doing too well. Bartolo Colon with a 2.10 ERA, easily better than everybody else in this rotation. Dice K's heavily struggling. Tim Lincecum, though, doing pretty good as well. 2-2 on the month, 3.18 ERA. And out of the bullpen, Homer Bailey's having a good month. Daniel Bard's awful. Clay Buchholz is doing okay. My boy Hayden, once again, man, with a 1.56 ERA, he's doing incredible. Riku Singh's awful. Why did Dinesh Patel get sent down to Double A? Was he doing that bad? We'll move him back up to the MLB, but that's sad. But it's time. Final game of today's episode. Mark Prior takes the mound, looking to get his first dub of the season, as this lineup looks absolutely ice cold. As Pablo Sandoval, oh man, that's going to be the problem without having any catchers this season. As same thing with Johnny Manziel and Russell Wilson. God dang, Chris Davis is playing so bad that it's telling me to replace him. So I guess we will. I mean, why not? Let Mark Reynolds play. Citizens Bank Park, the now home of Bryce Harper. Can your Marlins actually win their 3rd consecutive game of the season and 2nd of this episode? As hopefully these Bryce Harper wannabe fans leave the stadium today with frowns on their faces as Jake Arrieta takes the mound for the Phillies. It's not having that great of a year. Hopefully we can capitalize on that. Make the most of it. Fly out from Kyler to start off this game. Full count to Pena. The only hot player on this team is going to work a walk with his first at bat of this ball game. At least we get a base runner after a strikeout. It's a full count to Willie Moe. 2 outs. Pablo Sandoval still on first base after working that walk. Can we work another one here? That ball, oh, it's going to be late on the slider. That was a hanger. A really good at bat here from Willie Moe. That's going to be ball 4. Here he is, Josh Hamilton, who's actually on a current 5-game hitting streak. Let's see if we can keep that going here today. 2-1 count to Mr. Hamilton. That's going to be a hanger, and that's going to get down, and that's actually going to score a run. That's going to be an RBI 2-out double for Mr. Josh Hamilton, your tryout player for today. He said, screw being a tryout player. I want to be a member of this team for the long haul for years to come. As your Marlins take an early 1-0 lead, working some 2-out magic here in Philly. Mark Reynolds, the hero of Game 1 from today's episode. Runners on first and third. That's going to be laced into center field, as that is going to be another 2-run scored for your Miami Marlins, for your rejects. Mark Reynolds coming up clutch again today, as he might not get many hits, but he gets them when they need the most, as your Marlins go up 3-0, running riot here in Philly, working 2-out magic. Let's keep it coming here, boys. 1-2 count to Mr. Johnny Manziel, runner at second base, as he's going to swing and miss at a ball underneath the ground. As just like that, the inning ends, but not before your rejects strike with 2 outs to make this a 3-0 ball game. Here he is, Mr. Mark Pryor. Been a long time since we've seen this guy pitch in the big leagues. He started off this season not so well, 0-3 with an ERA over 5, but today marks a new chapter in his book as we look to start off Segura with a strike 3 call high and inside. Fouls it off. Anticlimactic. No way he expects a full count curveball. Start this one off. It was a hanger, but thank God he got underneath it. A 12-6er here. Inside. That's actually yacked pretty far, but Timothy's going to be there. Out number 2. Guys, look who it is. Mr. Bryce Harper having a great start to this year. Batting .320 this time. Hit him with this outside slider. Come on, Bryce, swing. Beautiful pitch from Mr. Mark Pryor. Sends the $200 million man down swinging as your Marlins somehow go into the second inning up by 3. Panda, that's laced in the gap, and that's going to be another run for your rejects. Pablo Sandoval continues his hot start to this 2019 season with an RBI single to extend this lead to 4-0 to Panda. What a start to this season. Payoff pitch here to Mr. Ryan Howard. It's going to be outside, and Ryan Howard crushes that. I think it's going to be a little bit too high. Actually, no, it's not. Panda's going. That's going to get out of here. Ryan Howard, in his return to Philadelphia, in his return to Philly, with a mammoth shot. 417 foot. He's trying to show off to his old ball club, trying to tell them they made a mistake and letting him go, trying to let them know he had a lot left in the tank, and he says he doesn't need any stamp of approval from anybody else than his current club. The Miami Marlins wreaking havoc here in Philly, as they're already going to their bullpen. It's a short outing here from poor Jake Arrieta, as he's getting booed leaving the stadium here. After a double from Limo Pena, it's Josh Hamilton. That's gonna be yacked. Josh Hamilton wants in on the action. Screw a tryout. This guy wants a multi-million-dollar contract. As Josh Hamilton with the second home run of the inning, a 2-run blast here in Philly. He says, Bryce Harper, who? I'm back here to reclaim my throne. As Josh Hamilton extends this lead to 8 here in Philly. Double play to end off the second inning unless something bad happens. And man, another scoreless inning of work from Mark Pryor. Andrew McCutchen up, full count. He's going to sit down looking. Another perfect inning from Mark Pryor. This has been 5 innings of one-hit baseball. Oh man, Philly's got something going here. We walk the leadoff batter, and after a single, it's going to be first and third, no outs. We can start aborting this jam with a strikeout right here, full count. Strike 3 looking, Hernandez goes down. The high An inside fastball. He's going to be down looking once again. Bryce Harper thought it was ball 4. And there's Mark Pryor's 7th strikeout of the game, looking to get out of this inning without giving up a run. Bryce Harper. I think is that his 3rd time he's struck out today? Okay, I think we're actually going to get out of this without giving up a run. Mark Pryor, a magician, to fly out to Kyler Murray. 1st and 3rd with no outs. Only Mark Pryor could get out of that situation without giving up a run. Now on to the 7th. Oh no, dude. With one swing of the bat, there goes the scoreless game. 2-1 count, got a little lazy, left the fastball up there. And Herrera with the solo jack. But you can't take away, man, Mark Pryor's performance up to this point. As in comes Dinesh Patel. We just recalled him back up to the majors. Don't know why he got sent down to AA. Maybe he was doing so bad. As manager Don Mattingly calls in the 46 overall. See what he can do today. What a performance though from Mark Pryor. 7 innings of 1-run baseball. The only run he allowed was a solo jack. Oh my, he's freaking laced. Will he get there? Oh God, not the best of starts for Mr. Dinesh Patel. Throws 96. So I mean, he does throw fast, which makes sense, but still at the same time, he's not that fantastic as it looks like. That is going to be an RBI single there for Hernandez. As already Dinesh Patel allows a run. Maybe that's why he got called down to AA. 8-2 ball game now. Oh my, a laser into center field. Kyler Murray's going to get there. A couple pretty well hit baseballs. Dinesh Patel comes in, allows 1 run, but I guess it could have been a lot worse. 2 outs in the top of the 9th inning. Russell Wilson might be the last batter you see today. Tebow's on first after a single. This pitch be lined into right field, and that's going to get down. That could possibly score Tebow all the way from first base. We're going to send him. I think that is going to be a 2-out RBI. Oh, what a throw, what a relay. Tebow throw down on the plate. I mean, what really do we have to lose there? Nice little relay from the Phillies. As we head into the bottom of the 9th, can Dinesh Patel get through 1 more inning without allowing 6 runs? Oh God, 2 singles to start off the bottom of the 9th inning. As I think we just, in case, need to get some, relief warming up behind Patel. High inside fastball, what an at bat from Herrera. As now it's bases loaded. Curveball. This is gonna be fouled off again. What a bunch of psychopaths. Change up. Low. Strike 3. Finally. 3-1 count to a guy batting under 200. And we walked in a run. Dinesh Patel walks in a run. As this is still, oh my God, dog. 1 swing of the bat makes it a 1-run game. 2-2 here. High and inside fastball. That's going to be a little pop-up. Thank the Lord. Infield fly rule. So now we're down to the last out. Come on, Dinesh. Not good! Not good at all! Not good at all! Thank God that was off the wall. Thank the Lord we are bringing in some... Can we get this guy out? We don't. Now the tying run comes to the plate. Safe to say, boys, we're going to bring in our closer. 3-run double. Bryce Harper's up. You know what? We're going to walk Bryce because I don't like this. In comes Jake Peavy, our closer. 5 saves on the year. Pretty good year thus far. We need 1 out, Jake. 1 out. I mean, he's already dropping his goddamn glove, dude. It's not a good sign. High and inside fastball. Jake Peavy. That ball is going to be popped up unless Kyler Murray gets possessed in a matter of seconds. We come out of here with a W. Now, that one was so much more stressful than it should have been. Dinesh Patel, I don't know about that guy, but we do come out of here with an 8-6 win. You got to give credit to the Phillies bullpen because after like the 3rd or 4th inning, they locked us down. We couldn't get anything, but we still grab a win, 8-6. It was scary there towards the end, but a win is a win, a dub is a dub. We'll take everyone we can get here today. Can't take away from Mark Pryor's performance. 7 innings, 1 run allowed, 7 strikeouts. We actually didn't score after the 2nd inning, so thank God, man. Looking for those first few innings, we might have took an L there. But Josh Hamilton, the player of the game. Kyler Murray, unsung hero today, had 3 hits. Him and Tim Tebow both had 3 hits, as we do somehow end up winning both games that we did play in today's episode. What a team of beautiful men. We simmed the last 2 games of the month. and we do take 2 L's. So I think that's a lot of losses in the month of April, but we do finish this first episode 10-19. But end off today's episode, so you guys can take this into consideration when voting for your player and pitcher of the episode. Final stats, as you see, Pablo Sandoval, I mean, God, barely under 300. What a start to the season for him. As William Opinion, hopefully you can pick things up here. I guess it's going to be tough for you guys. We picked Josh Hamilton for player of the month. Or, I mean, it might have to be Pablo Sandoval, but that's all up to you guys. You guys see the guys on the bench as well. As we look through our pitchers one last time, Bartolo Colon, Tim Lincecum, both with good months, ERA-wise. Homer Baylor, okay month. Clay Buchholz, okay month. Dinesh Patel, I don't think he's going to be winning pitcher of the month. Hayden with a spectacular month once again for 1.59 ERA. And Jake Peavy on fire, as it says, with 3.12 ERA. So you guys have a couple of players to definitely pick from for your pitcher of the month. But boys, that is going to do it for today's episode of your MLB The Show 19 Franchise Mode Rejects. Hope you guys did enjoy. It mean a ton to me if you guys could smash a like. These episodes do take a long time to make, so hope you guys do actually enjoy them. Make sure to take part in the polls that will be listed in the description box below, and let me know who you want to see me try out for next episode in the comment section below. Make sure you thumbs up the ones that you do think will be good for the series. Make sure you guys subscribe if you are new, and turn on that notification bell if you haven't. I'll catch you guys next time. Have a great rest of your day. God bless. Peace.